Welcome back. Today we are installing a fun little part that I needed to do this over a year ago. And we're not in the shop again because apparently the shop's power is out. So we're back here
garage
at this guy's house.
Ryan's garage.
I should probably start paying him rent for this place. But tonight we are installing an oil catch can. Obviously by the title you already know that. We're going to be digging into her. This is actually a really simple install, so let's go ahead and unbox the part, which I haven't even done myself yet, and we'll take a look at it and we'll show you the layout. But before we start that, let's change this light from like this gross amber color to white. Boom! White light, much better. As you guys know, if you've ever ordered anything from Mishimoto, they have the best packaging ever, and the organization is pretty insane. So package looks amazing, and we'll dig into it and see what is inside. Ah, yes. Alright, so obviously first, this is the catch can, and we'll unpackage this and get a better look at it. Like I'm saying, their packaging is pretty insane in organization and everything. So we'll take this, actually we'll just take these out and then keep going through everything. So that's the catch can. They give you all your hardware right here. Mounting bracket, stuff like that, hose clamps. You got the hose yourself. We're gonna install this one tonight, but I really don't like a clear hose, so I'm gonna come back later on and buy a black hose to match everything else, because I don't really want this to be like standing out from everything else. Kind of want it to blend in. But we'll install this tonight just for the sake of the video, and then we'll come back later to do a black one. And then you got your little pamphlet in here. Hopefully there are some stickers in here. I really hope there's some stickers. It's even crazy that they have plastic packaging just for the pamphlet. We'll dig into the canister and see what's inside of this. Oh, if you guys aren't on throttle, go be on throttle. You're welcome, Evan. Isn't unboxing car parts the funnest thing? Before everything gets dirty. Look at that shine.
Oh, it's too nice for your engine bay.
Yeah, right. This is the only cool part. So this is the universal one. I was looking for one specifically for this car, but all of those were, I didn't like the design of them and the way that they look, so this one will work for this as well. They're pretty much all the same thing, but here it is. This is the polished one. The other options were black or like painted ones like blue and red, and I think that looks like a little bit weird with what I want to go for, so I want just a clean polished one. On top you got your two valves. Right here you have the gauge where you can see how much oil is actually in here, so you know to empty it, and then you have your little nozzle at the bottom to empty it. So biggest thing I guess tonight, the hardest part is just going to be able to find out where we're going to mount this, because it's quite large for this engine bay, but we'll figure that out and then we'll get into other parts, see what else is inside. Alright, so we'll just dig into the pamphlet really quick. Maybe there's even instructions in here. Not that this is a super hard to install, but very thick packaging. So you got your real race cars. Oh, they even have the little catch can right there. Not the same one, but different one made by them. Okay, so this is everything else that they want you to buy. So basically just a advertisement. No instructions. But this is still pretty cool. If you guys are looking into any other products made by them, I would highly recommend going to look at their website, because it's a little bit better than just looking at this. They have literally instructions and videos on everything, of how to install different parts and stuff like that. Super organized. Alright, so we've checked pretty much everywhere in the engine bay, and for my setup and everything that I have, there's really no good spot unless we modify a bracket for something. So we're looking over here behind the intake to see if we could, actually I don't even know if that would work. Hold on. So we're kind of just looking around the engine bay right now. So we're looking right here specifically where the boost solenoid is, to see if we can move this somewhere else around this area, kind of, and put the canister down in here and have it mount somewhere up here. So still gotta look around for something that we can modify. Alright, so right now we're going to take off this shroud, because what we're looking at is this gap over here to see if we can mount it up against the firewall. But first we need to take off the shroud to get to the back, see what's behind it, so we're not just drilling into, you don't never know what's behind there. and we'll see if that works. I don't think I've ever opened that up. That's cool. So yeah, we'll put something right through here. Excellent idea.
I don't think that's ever been taken off before.
No.
Actually, no, it has been, because when you got a new windshield.
Bri, where are you? Again. Never want to show up to this garage. Yeah, totally. We could totally bend that just a hair, just to tilt it up, and then that's fine. Probably do it right now. Making a parts run. Alright, so we have to go in there and find either more black hosing like this, and we also need to find like a converter, I guess, if that's what you want to call it, but basically we just need more hose. Alright, so we're back from our little trip that was kind of pointless, but what we were going to do tonight is just install the can itself and get it mounted, and then tomorrow morning or so I'm going to go buy, while I'm out, I guess I could just buy black hosing so I can completely delete the clear ones, and then I'm going to hook them up, and that's it, because pretty much the biggest part is finding a place to mount this and drilling the holes and getting that set up, so the hose will be easy, which we'll get to tomorrow. So tonight is just going to be mounting the actual can, and then tomorrow will be the hose. So we found our spot over here. I'm going to mark up where this mounting bracket goes. We bent it a little bit just to keep the can more flat. So I'm going to put like the little marks where the holes are going to be, and then we're going to drill the holes and get the thing attached up, which would be pretty easy. Alright, here she is. That's how it sits. It's actually kind of a little weird to look at because it's basically like you're looking at a mirror, so you're actually seeing everything else around it. But it looks pretty good right there, and tomorrow, like I said, we're going to be hooking up the hoses. But for now, this is pretty sturdy where it is. Luckily, you had the idea of taking off this, so we found that there's a perfect gap back here to fit a couple tools back there and drill some holes, and that's how it sits. So tomorrow we will hook up the hoses. Alright, welcome back to day 2. As you can see, we took it back off the car. I totally forgot the clear hose that we were working with at Ryan's house last night. Look who's here. Bry's here for day 2. So I totally forgot that hose. So we're going to bring this to Home Depot or like AutoZone or something to find the correct fitments for black hosing for this. And then we will go back and reinstall this later on at the shop. Look at that shine. Wow, that is great. And we're back. This is perfect. Literally took us about 2 minutes to... Could you shut up? Could you shut that mouth? Alright, so we found 5/8 little tubing right here, and we found...
it fits perfect.
Fits perfect, first try.
Got
and then we
adapter.
also got a little...
Wait, do you need an extra
splicer
hose clamps for that, or will that just, because it's rigged, will it just hold it?
Well, either... No, they gave us 4 anyways, so we're good.
Okay.
But thanks for your concern. Alright, so we have made it to the shop. I'm going to go ahead and get everything fixed that we bought earlier and get it all put together and finally complete this install. I know that it's always like something little that pops up. Unfortunately, that was the tubing and everything, but I got black piping, and we're going to use that and then mount it up and get everything all set to go.
I went to Kentucky, or ECU was just giving me mad issues, so.
Alright, so this is the final setup. Everything looks much better. Everything is complete. Everything is tied down. Everything is as good as we're going to get it. So we decided to replace this whole entire line with the new line that we bought, so it stays pretty much the same size the whole way through and also looks the same. Then we routed this side around here. So for you guys who don't know how to do this, basically you use the line that comes off of here. This is the line where all the bad air and particles of oil are going to go into. It goes down, sinks at the bottom, and out here comes clean air, and into the intake. So right over here, it's going to be feeding itself cleaner air than when before it was just dumping itself itself like, I guess, waste into the intake, and they're just sucking in bad stuff again. So if you guys have any questions on specifics, please leave comments below. We will get to you guys as soon as possible. We got to jump back over into another video, so we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out and stay wicked.